Uh, Welcome back to the last session of the second day of National Seminar on Diagnosis. And here we regret to say that the paper presenters have not yet shown up. So for the time being, what we will be having is, we'll have an open discussion. And we are requesting our Dean Faculty of Swarikpa and Professor Lobsang and Dr. Sewang if the audience has any kind of question. So this will be like an open discussion, so not just pertaining to diagnosis, but you can also put other questions, any sort of thing. And may I request Professor Amdullah to take seat on the dais. Thank you.
Thoma number linge sama samdi tang teni kui lamen tang teni MG number ni la samdi test le teni ngara mingle yungro se shoye sorry bumshi ki lorim sumba ki loma shi ani ngi doctor sena ta di te chaje roji lang ko tens ti kai se wa na degi konzo de yunani tang sita tang konzo mangbo she do tanda humor la she go wala teni humor number she do she go ten di de ngarang zu ki tiki dolen nangi nama mangche ki ngarangzu tuwa namba sumde ngozin ro chini dinde ji tuwa ro nangido tini ngi dokdi de kai shuya sena tanda nga zo tuwa namba sum yang nga zo tuwa namba shi yang shezu yore tuwa namba nga yang shezu duwa la tanda tuwa namba sum la lungdi pegin sha tini di kan chak di ya tomba yang wana tuwa namba shi che tini yang chuser de ya tomba yana tuwa namba nga zi dinde shezu du tini di de tuwa namba sum shi kari yin wana di da mazogi 인지도 바 태교를 좋아하는 휴머 때 딱다 내기 유연한 메나스 당가랑기 삼주 쉬어하는 즉 내기 매와다고 즉 삼주 랩기도 가에서는 휴머 때 콘소시에도 망제 필루드고 지를 고고도 할라 되니 가랑 졸룽디 백엔도 시에도 양 필루딩 백에 바로 통면도 딘데 엔도디 도와 넘버 시나 숨이나 간델라 휴머 때 딱다지 내기 유연한 메나 디 간디슈에
제가 다들 저한테 nge chi shu ani ne angela ya te no bera utende sewora ta yan di anja teng sar ta yan ro utende yusi ro ta ma jim tanda nendo sanskrit na ya dosh se de ya de bogi na no nyeba se yor ba nyeba se yor ta nyeba se de ya de ani ta nyeba level go ne ta de dam da lo yor ba 대 따뜻한 인지난 봐 조르용도 보기나니 주니에 때속에 후머는 내는데 조르도가 인지나노라 따티 후머 세디야디 인지게 yen다 인지 배주 담아마도 냥게리 임바진 인지나는 솔레비 땡도 하고면도 네 하고면도 하고면도 집에면 나잖니 하고면데 나 단데 인지리야 로죠 제만요라 인지를 따니 박차더부데 뭐마 여버된데 인사말이 다 보기 타니 나노리아 먼저 박차 세대야지 야야 요레스 아니 원버 조비 박차다 다든 준비 박차다 제선 박차고는 이봐 망부 12주 여러 다 다든 준비 박차다 쇼kem 12주 살이데 원버 조비 박차다 다 라버도 인지되는 야대 장용에서 말이 제자때 짜는 거 주미 대제용도 제자 게 준이에 대조게 다 조망가 센세대야 저러지 예바 때 후머를 바 저르자브레 단다 아이메데기 정도서 근데 인지게도 된소 저르자부터는 humor 시을 라고 매버서라지도 콘소되는 도시세네 코라랑자 산스크리트 코란 게드랑자야 안데 가르레 사용도 다 데레가 제야다 뭐보다 게 된주되니야 리시 작주여바지 배제 된다는 거 여베서라지도 대전연도 제자 코란 넘버가 단배 자잖아 단지 유난히 나로니야 네바예 산다데 humor yen다버지 숨도 humor 예송단다버데 게당도 네바 예세대야데 보기 단데 책단 랜드 차서 지난지 좀 차서 세신난 차서 당에 하나 랍고 해야다버지 좀 마서 제가 네바 예세인도 pen nieba ye ta humor sede de nieba sede de imbi bando tamba yin ye sede ta tanga de jigwari do yin yibo de ngo bet ta de do te yin de jezanga ta de ne be ji tang da ra re yo re mari sang zo shi tu ya ji yo mari tanda jangar ke che ri ji na lo la nieba som sung ge yo ni ta jangar ke che ri ji ning ba yong ta shi shor da jarak de zo ba chen nieba som ran sung ge yo sari je ta nieba ye 단다 자가 제 리진 개박하지 네바 예스 양야데 좀생 요 말이 손에 된데 지단 드렌다 순이 종요명이 하마고 될래 뭐만 네바 예단 된데 람니 요리 유난히 나노야 돼 된소 차사 아이베데 롱더 리바다 다 쪼 리바다 롱다 다 네 롱타마 이나 코로나 분이 거야 요 말 코로나 롱타마 이나 네 거야 기요 말봐 롱 세대야 돼 투모스 제솜 다 남바 계제 시험에는 제솜 답이 롱고 요로 제가 지랑 예 제손 답이론 지랑 세마래요 말 지랑 제손 답이론 날 세마래요 말 근데 롱더 드려야 말 따군 대비 대접 그리고 드롭고 지기로 와 대체인데 저도 코로나 배송 그래 아이베데 그 리젝 당해 잡아서 건조 루루조 잡아서 저 싫어 줘요 말이 손네 뭐야 돼서 문예배 우유니 줄이야 대접 그리고 가르쳐 거다 존이 그리고 따 용도 요건이 좀 미되는데 요리 손 된데 뭐마 지그 송송 때 다나 순단도 하나만 잡으라도 인지민지 거니 롱미 되면서 그러지. 제가 괜찮아라도 와. 제가 네바 예세돼야 돼. 시에게 요리데 보고 소와리면 나는 네바 예보데 차 네바 지를 잡으러 와. 다 차를 네바 잡아데 양하게 제리지 용 닝바다 하자 닝바다 나 건디시바는 자라나 된지 나는 네바 소마도 숨기 요사마리들 왁바다게 야 네바 예숨겨리. 네바 예보데 송고야 점생 거는 세진 나도 와. 네바 예보데 양윤도 롱지백에 창리 인이 돼서 롱다 백엔다 차 단 범죄다 다 용카지나 시합나지 다 보고서버리고 다랑 다 유지게 다랑 시기로 된소 야도 제가 공개야 차데 네바지를 야고야 윤세데 아니 빼래 야네 루종리 네바리 니잘로리 들어 이팅 노자리 팅 노지리 들어 니잘로 용 쓰기만 받아 다 되게 독방원 수준 다 코로나 좁아 되는데 정염에 메시데 독방원 수준이네 아니 차나 루종 차데 루종리 되래 루종 인게 차난지 네바 짠이 지금 말했어 대 루종 인 나노니 네바 탐지기 줘도 차기 지그래서 루종 인 근데 지금 말했어 대 인상 네바 나는 야요르서 대 리바드 가르 야요르서나 딜세디야 지 요르바 딜세디야도 일단 놈나 딜세기 요리 놈나 딜세 랍고야 줌세인데 놈들 리크드 저봐 대 강리 중에 손들이야 딜세기 요르바 민조이 딜 랍기래 자갈기라는데 딜세디야 제가 딜 코로나 옆에 놈 되게 매는 trebenyina 매든 trebenyina다 만지는 코로나 바도 말봐 매든 trebenyina 딜 코로나 옆에 놈 되게 딜 코로나 지약 주치 그래서 배대진도 그란도 주고 나는 요된게 차 되게 니바 탐지 기용이 니바 탐지 댄사 니바 탐지 잡로니 딜 차기 제반하지 누송 연다 그 메디어인자 아니 따티 배디야 딜 코로나 옆에 놈 되게 코로나 지약 주때 배를 잔 딜 릭바디 기용 따티 릭바르 받아 태바 태롭 릭바서 받던들 그래서 된대대가 아니 드롭용도 다 타녀반에 야는 되게도 소네 어디 왁바닥 다라 손도아 대진도 제가 보고서 말을 나눠니 단단히바 예송도 차례송네 또 송게라마도 대 줍지 그리 반다부터 망보시 단테 고 잡려 여바 예자진 대송도 된대 송이야 아니 다 단다 대나노라 제가 단데 백인 세워 백인 당연 좀 나보다 세보다 아니 뭐지 양 이제는 송능도 대나노 다 단지매지기 약간 나서 롱미도 거쳐 버려서 살라미도 아니 롱다 남가도 고야 요 말세대 둘제 송기도 할 다 제단 대 다디 그릭 코랑기야 문에 메디생 되게 로단 된대지 리디 인제로 왔다 히포크리시 세대야 되게 아니 하면은 되니 저 레용도 딱지기 매차 로맹데 매차 되니 토스 레용 버와 리도 왔다 단다 용도 아니 한 인저선이 하고 말하다 다 어때 니바 예다 송게 계자 제단데 된대리 제단다 맹도 보고서버리바 코랑 룩첸슨부 쏘다 마도나 매방 기비 될 메즈데 반남칼은 또 있냐바지에서 룩첸솜데 제 그렉 로그르다 갈리누기야 초키 용조기 잘라데 루비스에 솜선에 계제 해야 되리더라 다 건들레서
ताकि दिगाल नेबेटी शुनर वा चिदाने दंदार मुझे सुंगना सो थाले लागाता ये शुएस्टा मिंदो इने यांगा란 जो그르바 네바 숨 시기 요레 네바 시싱인다 네바가 세지다 페나가란 조르와 네기 주지 요르와 마리벌 때니 툭숨 퉁아 시고라 퉁알 자르바다 툭숨마 자야레 또 요다 요지레 sem도 페나가 센디골 도디잠 방안주 페베 암지딘데 요라 카시엑 시기도 지단가란 주 수분 나올라 나자 용세기 시도지요. 왔다 롱디 백에 숨다 임버체. 데니 차도 추실 데니 신 디게 디샤기도와 다 탈데네 나저 용거 주실레 데네 나저 용거 신레 데네 나저 용요 뭐라 다 등산 전물리나 용다 다 칠롱원에 되는 나저만 이제 물렀대 용구 비지 셰디거라 나라 좀 메슈나라 신싱인디 큰 시기메와 싸우니는 말와 요즘에 나라 심부 제디시도 신이 직시거래 뉴먼 뭐 제디시도 심부 제디시도 님부 저거 공부 제디시도 셰디는 바 나를 소구데 두에디 심불테지 두비 깨지 셰디거라 때내고 수라 베게 따당고네 통해 여버지다 통해 매버서지 여와 세다 규데 데불레야 차샤보이나 간주 룽디 베게 숨마도 시다 샤초고 말해서 타다 아니 지르 타다 티바 시리즈 뭐 군인이 시직래야 땡어 짐도 좀봐 고 티바의 문제 시리즈 뭐 타디에 티비 나를 봐 티도 좀 받고 튜브 소리 차두어와 세다 디마도 지네 타나 콘조 홈베디 라반나지니 휴메시나다 지 쿠어다 부지다 리퀴드 부지를 차샤보나 룽레야 쿠아스케 요마라 룽레 수고 요마라 안디 데스케 나라즈 베베기 메주는 셰베는데 룽디 시부진시와라 내는 군지 난데 죽도 룽슬라라 룽네라 카드나 차라치고로 부춘주나 지지니 잠종 지고를 마도 룽레 태제 땅베이나 안 나제기 따지게 사베 주에 치고 장외 주에 치고래 아니 거기다 지 나제기 미루마서 고 수고 도야 돼 룽디 도디 거라 지난다 우진의 등산 안 주다 미토랑싱이 요발라 지 니모니아 싱이 나제 주다 로겐 월리 나와이나 베자라 시부체데 디기 미망부서 다 토르 거와 다 다가나 지 룽디에 나란 저 메슈 나라야 시우지 갸침부 수어를 룽네 독주 작숨 빼메시 나제 망제 룽랑을 데버 요바 지레 마도 지 룽 데버 메 큐는 요마르와 상얘기 추 당부들이야 가르치는 셈바디 따서 체인소 탐제 셈바달라래 인순거라 셈바디 가래를 되어요래 셈내서 가래를 내기거든 삼부당 뭐 있나 룽고 제를 할 레벨에 되어진 거요래 제디인도 땅 알아서 소소 슝루디 소소 낙부 잡지 디데지 지구를 마도 슝루 셈페님도래 똑같이나 양은지 표기 담배 낚시로 잠구시 도다 마시랑 도다 마시 세드 레비나 아니 파리레오 메수리제와 멜레벨에 다슈시에 야 인증 알아서 공대에서 매수로 차디고랑 알아서 투모 많이 버시디 좀봐 셴바데 데서 마다버지요 버디 간주냐 디 고란 쪼고 체모도 되냐 등사 시시에 동가 시도 간주 디너지 시에베나 리포트 다버도 간주 야 돈냠버도 고야 개요 말에 미즈도 간주고를 수 요그레 마도 간주 건주고를 봐 요고야스 개차기요 말에 소소 슝루디 빼나 유기 체바다 죽도 용대도 직시다 가르가르 지도 막을래 유게디 소리 근세네 시티즌 바 딜라게 메시고래 메타주 메버리 오늘에 지난주 진간이 지 가서 유수미나 주시네 따지 말록도 좀 벌어 삼성운에 수수심 나라 레베디데 컨디션이 좀 나기나 삼버지 로 베르 시동기 계제 있는다 로 니동 계제 있는다 지 시디 좀 등장기 뒤저디도 충비기 베나 탁시에다 탕롱이 나자 좀 망부 시우지 잘바이나 등산기 두주 디나라 나자 연구해봐 다우 시우지 아주 표변미신나 셰디고라 가시에기 시고래 다이비디스 좀 바지 여러다 등산도 보이나 남미나자 좀 아주 표변미신나 요 말에서 가라서 메신나 아주 마 짜게도와 티 숭 여러와 티 마숭 와봐요 제 디조 다 소소게 데스 통계 투게 충분히 교인디 슝래야 파 셰데브나 아주 슝 소소 매워서 거와 강제력 수생의 제외나 빼면서 답죠 자두고 해서 모두 다 딘데라 공부 마시버체 로켓치 뭐지 소주 슝기디 가서 공원근지도 소주 말라고 지도이나 야고 알았습니다. 투체 땅은 데 딜레스 좀지
Thank you, Professor Lobsang and Dr. Chautanla for clearing and answering to some of the queries. And now we'll be having a paper presentation, and we'll take up at the maximum 3 presenters. Actually, we have 6 presenters, but due to time constraint, we would take at the most 3. If they finish in time, we'll take more. So for the first one, we have Nari Parikshan Pulse Diagnosis in Ayurveda by Dr. Mrs. Priyadarshini Tiwari, Assistant Professor, Department of Vikriti Vigyan, Faculty of Ayurveda, Indian Medical Science, Institute of Medical Science, BHU, Varanasi. So the time slot for your presentation would be 10 minutes. And if you finish within that, you can have some queries and answers from the audience. Thank you so much. So your time begins.
Hello. Good evening to all of you. I am very much thankful to the organizers for giving me the opportunity to present my paper here. I am Dr. Priyadarshini Tiwari, Assistant Professor from Banaras Hindu University, Department of Vikriti Vigyan. Nadi Pariksha. Nadi Pariksha means the examination of pulse, as we call it, Nadi Pariksha in Ayurveda. So why the examination is important? Little bit about that. Charaka has said that the physician has to diagnose the disease first, followed by the treatment of the patient. So for the diagnosis of that, one of the tool is Nadi Pariksha. So before diagnosis, one has to enter into the innermost, that is the Antaratma of the patient, for the diagnosis of disease with the help of his own knowledge and the wisdom which the physician has already learned from his gurus and the Then this, where this is the reference where we got of this, there is an in Ayurvedic, Yog Tarangini is Yoga Ratnakar is a book. Along with that, Yog Tarangini is also another book which has given the reference of eightfold examination, which is there for the diagnosis of the disease. So eightfold examination of the patient is to be done, and the foremost important is the Nadi Pariksha, that is the pulse examination. Along with that, the other examinations are also important, which Yoga Ratnakar has mentioned as Mutra Pariksha, Mala Pariksha. Mutra Pariksha is urine examination, Mala Pariksha is stool examination, Jiva Pariksha is tongue examination, Shabda is voice, then Sparsha, touch, Drik, eye examination, and the Akriti, feces, and these general features of the patient which you have to examine for the diagnosis of the disease. Now let us come to the Nadi Pariksha. Now what is the meaning of this Nadi and the Pariksha? Nadi is derived from the word Nad, that indicates a hollow stalk or a round vessel which has vibration or resonance, and Pariksha is examination, the channels which carry either they may carry air or blood or the nutrients supplying the tissue. So these nadis, they have to be examined, but here when we are concerned about the nadi and the pariksha is the thorough examination, the objects whatever we are doing the examination, that has to be examined from all the sides. That means thorough examination of that organ has to be done. So here we will be discussing about the nadi pariksha, which has been mentioned in Ayurvedic text. So nadi pariksha, it has been mentioned by various Ayurvedic text. Details are there. So according to the Laghutrayi is the books, Ayurvedic text like Sharangdhar Samhita, then Madhav Nidan and Yoga Ratnakar, Bhav Prakash, they are there which mention these examination, 8 examinations. So in Sharangdhar Samhita it has been mentioned the site for examination of pariksha. Site is Angushtamul, Karasya Angushtamul, that is at the base of the thumb is the area where you can do these examination. Then there are different types of nadis mentioned according to the disease condition, according to the mental status of the patient. If the mental status is disturbed, then what kind of nadi you will be examining, the results you have to interpret with that is mentioned in the Sharangdhar Samhita. Along with that, the physiological states of the body, like before having food, after having food, what will be what type of nadi you will be examining, that is also mentioned in Yoga Ratnakar. Then mental state, then pathological states of the body, what type of nadi you will be examining, that is also mentioned, and it has been correlated with the various reptiles and animals, the movement of that, and the nadi pariksha is correlated, the examination is correlated with that. Okay. Then in Bhav Prakash also this nadi pariksha is mentioned that in males you have to examine the nadi of right side, and in females you have to examine the nadi of left hand. Okay, left hand. Then indication that you have to use your 3 fingers. These 3 fingers are to be used for doing this type of this examination. That we will discuss in the next coming slides. Then what are the different unfavorable conditions where you can diagnose the disease with the help of this examination, that has been mentioned. Then what is the relationship and of the different position with that of the doshas involved in that particular disease condition is also mentioned in Bhav Prakash. Then the pulse of physiological conditions, similarly in Sharangdhar Samhita it has been mentioned like physiological condition, then mental status, and also the pathological states of the body, like in fever what kind of nadi you will get, in Jalodhar what kind of nadi you will get, that is mentioned. Yog Ratnakar has also mentioned the same. Then there are other texts also which has mentioned about the Nadi Pariksha. Very interesting is Basavarajyam. He has mentioned the, apart from the Karasya Angushtamul, that is the base of the thumb, where you can do the Nadi Pariksha, has mentioned the other sites for that, and those are, those parts are Oshtha, that is lips, where you can palpate the Nadi. Nadi can also be, that is the peripheral pulsation. Then Panipad, hands and the feet. Then Kantha, in the throat area. Nasa Panda, near the nose, at the base of the nose. Pad, Hasta and Granamul, nose, base of the nose, root of the nose. Then Kanthamul, root of throat. These are the areas where you can do the examination of the Nadi also, apart from the Karasya Angushtamul. Then the method of Nadi Pariksha is also mentioned in Vaidyaratna Chintamani. Then Ravan Tantra is a special book for this Nadi Pariksha, which has very detailed, written in very detail about this examination, and to diagnose the disease as well as prognosis, whether the disease is curable or not, or asadhya, that is not incurable. Then how to learn the Nadi Pariksha, this is given in that the physician should have a mental stability, he should be in a good mood, so that he can do the examination without any biased nature. Okay. Then in the early hours of the day, the Nadi Pariksha can be done. Then physician should examine the patient right hand, and he should place his hand to give support to the arm. Then you have to use left hand pulse is examined, the males in right hand, as the site of examination differs as the sex differs. Okay. So for males you have to use the right hand, and for females left hand Nadi Pariksha has to be done. Then the examine the Nadi repeatedly for 3 times, that is by using your 3 fingers, index finger, middle finger and ring finger. You have to put your finger like this and then like this. Okay. So this will indicate the gati of the three doshas, that is Vata, Pitta and the Kapha. So by examining, by putting all the 3 fingers at the same time, then lifting one finger, then another finger, like that you have to do the examination. So the method of examination, that is Nadi Pariksha, has been given in the Yoga Ratnakar. Now how to palpate? So these are the, this is the way that index finger is used, then middle finger and ring finger, these 3 fingers are used, and like this you have to do the examination, where you can find the movement of the Nadi according to the doshas. So index finger will indicate Vata, middle finger indicates the Pitta dosha, and the ring finger indicates the Kapha dosha gati. Now what are the interpretations to be done when you do the examination? After that, what interpretation you are going to obtain from this examination is the Nadi gati, that is the movement of the Nadi. So in the previous slide I told that they have compared the movement of the Nadi or gati as the movement of some reptiles or some animals, as they have observed how they behave. So that behavior has been compared with the movement of the dosha. So when there is Vata predominant Nadi, the gati will be tivra, like that of the Sarp, that is Sarp is cobra. How the movement of the cobra, if you say, it is very rapid, irregular, so like that the Vata Nadi will be having irregular gati, and it will be very rapid in nature. Then Pitta Nadi, it jumps. The Nadi of Pitta, the gati is correlated with the Manduk, that is the frog. The way the frog jumps from one place to another, so like that the pulse which you will be examined, if it is Pitta dosha predominant, then it will be like Manduka gati, it will be jumping pulse. If it is a Kapha dosha Nadi, that Nadi will be like a hamsa, it means the movement will be very slow and swift movement of the Nadi, you can observe here in the ring finger. That is the Veg, means the rate. So it will be Visham Veg in case of Vata dosha, Tivra, that is rapid in case of Pitta dosha involvement, and Kapha will be Mandagati. Then you can examine Tala, that is rhythm of the Nadi, it will be irregular in case of Vata dosha involvement, regular and in Pitta and Kapha dosha gati. Then Bala, that is the force, because it will give you the indication that if the nadi is Balvapurvak or it is a Manda nadi, so that will give you the interpretation regarding the involvement of dosha in case of nadi pariksha. So bal will be low in case of Vat, highest in Pitta dosh, because Pitta is having a high speed, so that the forceful, it will be a forceful nadi, then moderate in case of Kapha. Akriti, that is tension and the volume you can observe, then Tapman, Tap, that is the heat, because in case of Pitta dosha it produces heat inside the body, so Pitta nadi will be having it will be hot, and Vata dosha will be cough and warm to cold, Kapha nadi. Then Kathinya, whether the nadi is rough or soft or firm, that can also be diagnosed by doing this examination. The nadi gati, as I have mentioned, it is correlated with the gati of reptile, that is Sarpa, Manduk and the Hamsa gati. Then the characteristics of the nadi is also mentioned, how to examine, what interpretation you will be doing by examination of the nadi, that has been also mentioned. And the unfavorable condition, what prognosis can be drawn, that is also given in the that means what kind of condition is there, unfavorable condition, so bad prognosis can be diagnosed. So if it is very rapid pulse, it is hard to touch, it is extremely slow and feeble or weak pulse, then it is very high tension, or extremely weak pulse is there, or irregular pulse is there, or displacement from the normal site, you are not able to palpate the nadi where it has been mentioned. So all these conditions, they indicate that the patient is having a bad prognosis in the disease. Then Arishta is the symptoms which arise and they show that the patient is going to die. So in that condition also the kind of nadi what you will observe, that is also mentioned in Ayurveda. So these are some of the examples where you can find that the patient is having a bad prognosis and maybe he is going to die. So these are the characteristics of the nadi which is mentioned. Then contraindication. So it has been mentioned that you have to do the examination in the calm and quiet place with a good mood and the patient will be in front of you. So the contraindications are also there, what not to do. So these are the contraindications where you have not to do the examination. If the patient has just had taken a bath, then if the patient has he has his meal, if he is hungry, then you are not to examine. Then if the patient is thirsty or he is coming from heat. So these are the conditions where you have not to do examination, because it will give a wrong interpretation of the nadi. If the patient is coming from the sunlight, if he is exposed to heat, then the interpretation will not be proper. So it will be improper. That is why you have to avoid doing nadi pariksha in these mentioned condition. There are some new methods of nadi pariksha, doing nadi pariksha by scientifically proven methods are there with the lot of researches going on, and I think the discussion of this is, so there are some methods which are discussed and they can give you the interpretation. If you are not able to do nadi pariksha, then with that graphical representation also is mentioned that this is the type of nadi pariksha is there, these are the measurement. So this graphical representation will also give you the information regarding the nadi of the patient, but it is wise to do the nadi pariksha by yourself only. But nowadays the scientific methods are also there. Just only regarding the available methods, I want to just tell you regarding that there are the electronic sensors which have been developed for examination of nadi pariksha, just a small one. Okay, so these sensors, they sense the nadi pariksha and they can give you the graphical representation, and then you can interpret this along with your knowledge and the wisdom what you are having already regarding the nadi pariksha. This is a computerized method of evaluation of the nadi of the patient. Okay. This is also another type of method which has been recently developed, known as Nadi Tarangini. This is a scientifically developed method. So this gives you an idea like using 3 fingers. Using the 3 fingers, so these are the various sensors. They are having a device which is connected to the computer, and the software is there. With the help of that software, you can do a good interpretation of Nadi Pariksha. Okay, so these are the different parts. So first part is having a sensors for 3 fingers. You have to put your fingers and the radial artery like that, over the nadi you have to keep the finger. The hand should be like this in the position, and there is an air gap in between the sensors, and you had to do the examination like that, and you will be getting the graphical representation of the nadi. So these are the some of the newer investigations and innovations which have been there in relation with the nadi pariksha, but it is wise to do with your own hand and patient in front of you. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Priyadarshini. Next, we have Dr. Parameshwar Swarab S. Tyagi, Associate Professor, Department of Vikriti Vigyan, Faculty of Ayurveda, IMS, BHU. He'll be presenting on critical review on Mal Pariksha.
I'm going to talk about the Ayurvedic concept of Rogi Roga Pariksha. Under that particular heading, I'm going to talk about the Mala Pariksha. So prior to that, in Ayurveda or any medical science, there are three important components which are essential for the diagnosis of the diseases. Number one, there is an medical history. Number two, there is a clinical examination. Number three, ancillary investigations. Combining all the three, then you are going to come to the conclusion that this particular person may be suffering from particular disease. Even then, the modern medicine says that 2/3 of the disease can be diagnosed by only the medical history. The same has been accepted in Ayurveda also. What is the strength of Ayurveda is, there are many subjective phenomena has been discussed and described in Ayurveda for the diagnosis of particular diseases. So in that, so to diagnose any diseases, Ayurveda mentions certain set of signs and symptoms. Based on that, you have to diagnose that particular disease, and then maybe there are certain lacunas in those days, because we don't have any investigations to substantiate that particular diagnosis, what was that particular diagnosis. But they are capable enough in making the diagnosis based on the medical history alone. There are methods, there are methodologies which they developed for the diagnosis of the diseases by the examination of the patient. For that, they mentioned the Ayurveda, as mentioned especially in Charaka Samhita. You might know that Charaka mentioned there are two kinds of examination techniques. One is Pratyaksha Pramana, another one is the Aptopadesha. Number three is the Anumana. So combining all the three, Pratyaksha Pariksha, Anumana Pariksha and the Aptopadesha Pariksha, combining all the three, you have to make the diagnosis. But again Charaka says only two are important to diagnose the disease. For example, where you are going for the diagnosis, once you acquire the knowledge, Apta means who is Apta? One who accumulated the knowledge by studying in any universities or any colleges by graduating that, or acquiring the knowledge by the text, acquiring the knowledge by the patients, acquiring the knowledge by the interactions, discussions in the seminars, many things. Anyway, you collected the informations and later you can use that particular knowledge for the diagnosis of the disease through Pratyaksha. What is Pratyaksha is again examination of the patient by using the Panchendriyas. There are 5 sense organs. What is Anumana Pariksha? Again that is a medical history, what the patient starting from name, age, sex, religion, occupation, address and all those things, combining all those informations, then you have to go for the diagnosis of the diseases. Under that particular heading, so Ayurveda says that the Susruta also said the Sadvida Pariksha, where Panchendriya Pariksha and the Prasna Pariksha, again that Prasna Pariksha is equal to the medical history described in Ayurveda, and the Panchendriya Parikshas are, take for example Chaksurindriya Pariksha. Chaksurindriya Pariksha is inspection discussed in the modern medicine. Inspection means, take for example to diagnose any diseases, take for example size and shape of the chest is deformed, maybe an pectus excavatum, maybe pectus carinatum, maybe a funnel shaped chest, maybe a barrel shaped chest, maybe that kind of any kinds of deformities which are seen in the chest, that will help you to identify certain diseases. See, in the chest where the number of the respiratory movements is increased, that can also be seen by Chaksurindriya Pariksha or by inspections. Or if you find any difficulties, uses of the accessory muscles of respirations. If the patient is using the accessory muscles of respiration, sternocleidomastoid, maybe these kinds of muscles, if the patient is using, that will indicate that the severity of the breathlessness in that particular patient. In the same way, we can quote many examples to diagnose based on the inspection. Next comes about the palpation portions, where under the heading of the palpation or this Sparshindriya Pariksha, what has been mentioned in Ayurveda, this is that this hardness, softness, smoothness, roughness, these are all the things which we can detect by examination of the patient, or this particular examination of the hands which are also helpful to diagnose the disease based on the palpation. Especially this palpation is very, very important to know, to locate whether the trachea is centrally placed or deviated, or this will helps to know that whether there is any organomegaly, or it helps to know about the tenderness is there or non-tenderness is there. It helps to identify whether that lymphadenopathy is there or not, whether the lymph nodes are enlarged, whether that particular lymph node enlarged is what is the size and shape of the lymph node, whether it is tender or it is a non-tender, or if it is a hard to touch or if it is a soft to touch. These are the kind of informations which have been passing by the examination. It will help for the diagnosis of the diseases. In the same way, you can use this particular palpation technique to identify, to locate any kinds of the displacement of the, for example, in case of the apex beat, if you are locating it, it should be seen in the fifth intercostal space at the medial to the mid clavicular line. But if it is deviated, if it is not seen in that particular, if it is not palpated in that particular area, that indicates that it has been deviated to the other sides of the other side. Maybe it may be because of the cardiomegaly. In the same way, we can use these kinds of techniques for whether that particular person is suffering from the fever, or the temperature is raised in the joints. If the temperature is raised in any particular portions of the body, will be identified by the palpation methods. There are methods which are mentioned in Ayurveda about the Shravanendriya Pariksha, or the auscultation methods, or the Shravanendriya Pariksha combination of the both auscultation as well as the percussion. So that will help to diagnose the diseases. But today maybe I am not getting the slides is not opening anyhow. So I am going to talk about the Mala Pariksha in Ayurveda. What has been mentioned in Ayurveda? The Mala Pariksha is the examination of the stool. So examination of the stool indicates there are two kinds of malas described in Ayurveda. One is Sharirika Mala, the mala which comes out from the whole body, and the another mala which is known as the dhatu malas, the mala which has been originated from the byproduct of the each and every dhatus. The number one, the Sharirika malas are the Purusha and Mutra. The Mutra as well as the Purusha are the two important Sharirika malas, are the byproduct of the whatever the food which you are consuming, that particular food after the digestion it forms the two malas. One is stool, another one is the urine. So I am going to talk about the Purusha or the Purusha, that is very, very important for the diagnosis of the disease. According to Ayurveda, Ayurveda says that this is an phenomena helps for the, even Ayurveda says sarva dhatu kshartasya balam tasya yudvalam. If all the dhatus are diminished, in that particular condition you have to protect the dhatu, especially this particular mala by using certain measures, so that there should not be any further deterioration of the health. So in that particular condition Ayurveda said that, so mala is also very, very important for the sustenance of the health. This particular mala pariksha has been mentioned in Ayurveda for the diagnosis of the diseases based on whether that particular mala is there in the form of samavastha and niramavastha. So that samavastha mala, how we can identify this particular mala is in the samavastha. The samavastha purusha can be understood by seeing the color of the stools. That particular color of the stool, if it is blackish in color, if it is deep yellowish color, if it is reddish in color, if it is in greenish in color, if it is yellow reddish in color. See, in this part, these are the changes in these color indicates that that particular person is suffering from the mala rupi purusha. They based on the color. Again, if the color based on that, if the gandha, if it is the smell of that particular stool which comes out, which is yielding a very bad, very foul smell, that indicates that this particular mala is not normally formed. Of course, the stool has its normal color, normal smell, but which is not that much fetid or which is not giving in very bad or very fleshy smell. But if the smell is too bad, that indicates that something is wrong with the digestion, something is wrong with the formation of the stool. Number 3, you can see the one is the color, another one is the varna, that is the gandha of that particular thing, and then consistency of the stools. That particular consistency of the stool is very if the stool consistency is, if the consistency of the stool is very watery in color. Okay. These are the things which I already discussed about that. I will not go into the much details of this. What are the Ayurveda which has been mentioned, that's a Purusava Srotas. What are the causative factors which are responsible for the vitiation of this particular Srotas is the suppression of the stools, if we are holding the stool for a longer duration of time, consumption of the large quantity of the food, eating during indigestion state, eating food before the digestion of the previous meal, whose the digestion capacity is very weak, and the person who is emaciated. So these are some of the diseases which are going to manifest because of the Purusava Srota Vikaras. And then, as I mentioned earlier, based on the color, quantity, order, froth and consistency, we can assess that particular stool which has been formed, whether it is Samavastha or whether it is Niramavastha. And these are some of the diseases where we can quote an example in case of the consistency of the stool in case of Atisara, which is very in case of Vataja Atisara, it is hard, it is blackish in discoloration, it is a dry one. In case of Kafaja Atisara, huge quantity of the stool comes out, which is frothy in nature. In the same way, in case of the Kamala Roga, where the stool which is coming out, which is the yellow Rakta Pita Sakrun Mutro, like that, Rakta and Pita Varnata is there. So these are there is a problem with the font. So I will not I am unable to show that. Anyhow, this stool examination is very important for the diagnosis of the many of the diseases according to Ayurveda.
Thank you, Dr. Parashmir Swarp. Sorry. Yeah, you can do it here. I mean, like, if you do it there, it will be better because it's you'll be aired on Facebook. So next we have Dr. Sunil, right? Excuse me, he's Dr. Sunil? Yes. Right, okay. Dr. Sunil Gupta, Junior Resident, Department of Vikriti Vigyan, Faculty of Ayurveda, IMS BHU. He'll be presenting on the relevance of Praman in clinical practice.
Good evening to all of you. Myself, Dr. Sunil Gupta, Junior Resident from BHU. My topic is the relevance of Praman in clinical practice. First of all, introduction. Development of science is based on new knowledge, which is a continuous process where the contribution comes from the various sources. These sources of knowledge could be from an authoritative or highly illiterate person, precious perception and circumstantial information or from the logical thinking. Ayurveda has vividly described these factors, and these could be called as four parameters, which will be from pillar of clinical practice and also its further development through research. Definition of Praman. The source by which a valid knowledge can be obtained is known as Praman. Its general application. Everything is in the universe can be divided into two, true or false. That can be examined by the obtain the knowledge from four sources of knowledge: Aptapadesh, Pratyaksha, Anuman and Yukti. Number of Praman. Generally the means obtained knowledge are mainly three, that is Pratyaksha, Anuman and Aptapadesh, but Charak Samhita add one more Yukti as fourth. Again, both Charak and Susut add Upman, the fifth Praman, to obtain knowledge. In fact, if we critically examine the Yukti and Upman, these two can be included in Anuman and Pratyaksha respectively. But in the context of clinical application, both Yukti and Upman have. So finally, the Praman are totally 5 in number, which can be applied clinically to obtain the knowledge about the disease. Order of sequence generally start with Pratyaksh, then Anuman, next Aptopadesh, and later another Praman like Yukti and Upman. But in the context of clinical application, Aptopadesh is give the first preference to be followed successfully by Pratyaksh, Anuman and Yukti, etc. First of all, one should examine the various aspects of disease by employing all the Praman, sources of knowledge, so that the observation made thereafter are infallible. One can not acquire the complete knowledge of the thing in all its aspects simply by examining it through a part of the source of knowledge. Among all the sources of knowledge, one should acquire knowledge in the beginning through Aptopadesh, and thereafter proceed to examine that through Pratyaksh, Anuman and others. What is the examine by Pratyaksh and Anuman unless something is prime? That means one should obtain knowledge about a disease from the textual description and thereafter assertion in various characteristics by examining the sign and symptom of the disease already in memory through Pratyaksh and Anuman. Specific characteristics of the disease are difficult to understand. They cannot be ascertained without authorized testimony. Therefore, a disease can be correctly diagnosed by examining the specific characteristics like etiology and other factors as mentioned in the texts through Pratyaksh and Anuman. For example, jewel, an individual can observe the specific characteristic of the jewel if so to him, but he will not be able to correctly identify if he is not acquainted with the specific characteristics of the various type of jewel. Similarly, a physician ignore the specific characteristics of various type of disease from authorized testimony will not be able to correctly diagnose them. So Charak has given more emphasis to start with gaining knowledge about the disease either from the text or from the teachers, and therefore proceed the Pratyaksh and Anuman. So to be beginners, all parameters are very much necessary to understand correctly. With after some experience and being expert, only two parameters like Pratyaksh and Anuman will be sufficient enough to correctly diagnose the disease. Definition of Apta: those elegant and refined person who are absolutely free from the predominance of Raj and Tam by virtue of the power of the presence and knowledge, and who are always in possessing of an uninterrupted knowledge persisting to past, present and future are known to authorize. They are also known as Sist and Vibhuddh. Their words are true beyond a doubt. How could such person relatively free from Raj and Tam may tell us up to? In fact, one tell either because of the defective knowledge or even sound knowledge in their due to attempt or hurt. So none of these three factor, defective knowledge, attachment and hatred, is present. One who is absolutely free from Raj and Tam and whose intelligence is possible due to predominance of the quality of the Sattva, who are Apta. Only such persons are considered to be authorized who think there without any doubt and by virtue of their own realize. One cannot be authorized if he know think only pieces memory without any clear conception. Even though memory is considered to be an essence of the source of knowledge, still in the matter of scientific statement relating to the things present, memory may not always serve to be an infallible source of knowledge. There are certain branches of knowledge like script, mathematics, where memory play an important role, but in branch of knowledge like science of medicine, which direct and easy access to the various aspects of medicine require, memory would not serve to purpose in as much as it often give rise to wrong perception or often present impossible image devoid of scientific approach. Person can further be considered to be authorized only when they are free from prejudice of all kind of, who can see thing objective and the infantile manner. These absolute authorities cannot doubt be found only in the Kud like Brahma and the ancient rishis and Acharya like Charak, Sushruta and other author of Ayurveda texts. Even an ordinary man who possesses the above qualification and gains in the fallible knowledge on certain thing by constant experience and intimate contact over the long period of time can also be considered as authorized, which refer to the particular subject in which they are specialized. They can be benefit on irrespective of caste, creeds, community and country. So in this group, teachers, technicians working in the laboratories, nurses, pharmacists, etc. can be included as apt. According to Chakrapani, the patient and his well-wishers can regard as apt because at the time of distress, suffering, the speak only the trust as he will be genuinely interested to get rid of troubles, information, concentration, his food and habit, the nature of his suffering, etc. Precious only knowledge to him, not to other, and the physician has to apply his words more than others. So the patient also become an apt to fairly considerable extent. The patient, close relatively, and other person who are genuinely in the welfare of the patient can also be considered as apt. Immediately instant, the information they provide may be many times more correct and valuable than the saying of the patient, especially when the patient are children, mentally degraded and incapable talking due to tortoises. Even if a father is cruel, his statement regarding to a child will undoubtedly be authorized if he possesses a sound while is not to fullness attached to other. A note of the wearing is also necessary here that in the present day we across some person who are not actually having any disease or suffering but present to be patient by presenting some patient distress. Availability of the Aptopadesh. It is available in 3 forms: scripts, oral evidences, the patient and his well-wishers. Clinical application. The following factor of every disease are the learned from textbook. Provided factor of the disease, sources of origin, dosage, involvement, nature of the onset, location in organ, body, mind, and symptoms like association with specific sound, touch, color, taste, smell, complication, symptom of aggravation, normal sign, prognosis, name of the disease. Pratyaksh, this is the second method, but most okay. Definition of Pratyaksh: perception, observation, definition, and immediately arising from the correlation of Atma, Indri, Mans. Charak observe, seeking to know the nature of the disease. The physician should explore by the means of his sense organ the entire field of sensible data present in the present body. Percussion, Gandh, the first Indri are obtain a lot of information about the condition of various organ and function of through both. The quantum goes to describe with each successive Indri that of Jiva. Clinical application of Darshan. Darshan, Pratyaksh inspection, normal and abnormal appearance of the body and organ. Whatever is not described but comes without precious eyes. Microscopic and magnified lenses can be included. Spars pariksha, palpitation. It is the hand of the physician that are essential for the examination. No detailed description is available about the information to be obtained by this. Gandha Pariksha, the physician should cultivate the practice of the smelling various substances that body and must train himself to detect their normal, abnormal smell, and this by training that the nose can be made efficient. Information compared to animal, man is poor in their capacity smell detection. The only thing required a little bit of training and tolerance. He should not feel smell. A pleasant smell of unpleasant smell should be taken with acquired regard and decision whether either one is normal or other. The gandh smell normal or abnormal. The patient body and its visual compared to the reservation examination. Rax Pariksha, test of the various factors in the body of the patient are not doubt to subject. They can, however, be assessed by the inference, not by direct observation. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sunil. So with this, we come to the end of today's session, and I'm sorry that we cannot provide time for rest of 3 presenters because of the time constraint. Please bear with us. But still, we'll be distributing, the certificate appreciation for your papers. Of course, we'll do that at least. And to do the honors, may I request our head of department, Dr. Dojid Amdullah, the convener of the organizing committee of this national seminar on diagnosis. Dr. Priya Darshini Tiwari. Dr. Sunil Kumar Gupta. Dr. Ruby Kumari Singh. So for Dr. Parmeshwar, would you take on behalf of Dr. Yogendra? Is that okay? Okay. So Dr. Yogendra Kumar? Okay, yeah. Yeah, we are preparing one. And Durgesh? Thank you. Did it on the layer, Jal Quran position. So that's it. Have a good evening and good night. Thank you so much.